let's say you can upload an entire folder in Node.js using Turbo. And this is very similar to uploading a folder using the web or the browser. And it's also not very far from uploading a file using Node.js, which is this code here. This code helps us upload this Arweave logo, which is here, uh, on Turbo, on Arweave using Turbo in a Node.js environment. So if you haven't watched the video where we upload the file, you can as well just look for that on my channel and you'll see the explanation behind this. But the reason why I wanted to start with this code is because I didn't want to start everything afresh for people watching this in a series. So yeah, what I'm going to do here first, I'll need to create a folder, and I'll name this I'll name my folder Arweave, and I'll move this logo inside the folder, right? Move, nice. So now that we have a folder here to upload, what I can do here, I'll still use my ETH wallet, or maybe I can just change that and use the Sol wallet, right? Just making it obvious that you can upload using any of these wallets. And so the folder is obviously, since it has a file that is below 100 kilobytes, the folder itself would be above 100 kilobytes. So what I'm going to do here is, rather than having a link to the logo itself, I'll just have a link to the folder, which is named Arweave, as you can see there, right? And so here I need to change the signer. This is going to be Hex Solana signer, okay? And I remove this from up here because it's not needed anymore. The next thing I'm going to do is, rather than having upload file, this is going to be upload folder, just as we did in the browser. So the biggest change here is, rather than passing a file or passing a folder, you pass a folder path, which is going to be equal to this. We can rename this to folder path. So that's the biggest difference there. And with that setup, you might as well change these tags if you want to. Maybe you can have something like folder name here, folder name, and this is just going to be equal to, I don't know, Node.js test folder, and you can name it however you want. And with those small changes there, you're able to upload a folder, an entire folder, and you can have as many files inside the folder as you want. And so let's try to see if that works. So you do node index.js again, and you should be able to see, yeah, everything is working here. You have the file itself is here, and then you have the manifest, right? You should also have manifest response. You see the ID, and the manifest is here to show you the file is called arweave.png, and it's this file we have inside of our folder. And so just to recap what happens here, you bring in your wallet, your desired wallet, you create a signer, or whichever way you want to create, either with a signer or the private key. The bottom line is to have Turbo authenticated initiated. So you do await turbo.upload folder, you pass in the folder path, and you can rename your folder path as you want. I can just do, say, folder here, then this is going to be folder path equals to folder. You can add in as many tags as you want. And also you can do something like paid by, and you pass in here, if for example you have some approvals, some credit share approvals, you pass in the wallet. And yeah, you can also do other things like events, and I covered this in a different video where we're trying to upload on the web, but all those parameters are still valid. You have something like on file error, on file progress, on folder, like all these events are still valid in Node.js, and you can utilize them as well, just the way we've done that in the browser. So if you're interested in seeing all those events, just check on my channel, and there is a whole playlist of videos covering all those up. For this one, I just wanted to show you how you can easily upload a folder from a Node.js environment. So yeah, that was it for this video. See you in the next one.